all the things that I've been through. You can feel my pain, what I had to go through to get you. That's because it was awful. You'll never understand. You'll never understand my pain. Don't try to figure it out, because my worship is for real. Amen. Somebody tell God thank you. Let's get ready to go to the Word of God. Stand with me one more time. And I promise if you stand up again, it'll be because you want to. Hebrews chapter 9, verse number 12. I'm in the Message Bible. Hebrews chapter 9, verse number 12. Talking about Jesus. It says, he also bypassed the sacrifices consisting of goat and calf blood, instead using his own blood as the price to set us free once and for all. If that animal blood and the other rituals of purification were effective in cleaning up certain matters of religion and behavior, think how much more the blood of Christ cleans up our whole lives, inside and out. We're still talking about the blood today. Through the Spirit, Christ offered himself as an unblemished sacrifice, freeing us from all those dead-end efforts to make ourselves respectable so that we can live all out for God. I'm skipping to 21. Go to 21. He did the same thing with the place of worship and its furniture. Moses said to the people, this is the blood of the covenant God has established with you. Practically everything hinges on a death. That's why blood, the evidence of death, is used so much in our tradition, especially regarding forgiveness of sins. Come on and repeat after me this morning and say a different kind of blood. A different kind of blood. You may take your seat. 7 and under, y'all can be dismissed. If we have guests who have kids 7 and under, they have some great activities planned for them today. Come on and say a different kind of blood. A different kind of blood. Sometimes the average just won't do. Sometimes we need more than that which is common or that which the usual can provide. In the average circumstance, yes, the everyday commonplace thing will work. But in certain circumstances, the ordinary just won't do. Sometimes we need something more. We need something stronger. What we must have sometimes has got to be something of a different caliber. We need something more powerful. Let me see if I can prove my case. On some mornings, Sharonda, a regular cup of coffee will get us jump started. But on some days, when we're dragging and struggling to be alert, we need some coffee that's a little bit stronger. A different type of coffee. When we're cleaning on just a regular day, we can use a normal cleaner. But when there's a real mess, a stubborn stain, or a rancid odor, a standard cleaner just won't get the job done. We have to have something a little bit more powerful, a different type of cleaner. And today, since it's Easter Sunday, of course, I got to make sure that I mention it. On Easter Sunday dinner, the standard, the normal, the usual, or the customary dinner Miss Cat won't cut it. Oh yeah, on Easter Sunday, you need a meal of a different caliber. Don't bring those Faygo sodas to Easter Sunday dinner. And for Easter Sunday dinner, you can't just put the old meat grease in the vegetables. You got to put in some fresh, real meat. And please, everybody today, whatever you do, do not show up on Easter Sunday with a store-bought dessert. That won't get it. We need something stronger, something more powerful. It's a different type of dinner. Come on. I further propose today that this theory also rings true for other areas of our lives. Amen. For some children, the ordinary timeout won't do.
Yeah.
You have to administer some chastisement that's a little bit stronger. A different type of discipline.
Yeah.
And if we want to get ahead on our jobs, the average performance won't do. We got to have a performance that's of a different caliber than the rest. A different type of employee is what we have to be. And then in relationships, I must talk about relationships because it's the foundation of everything in our lives. For some of us who've been hurt and used and abused and humiliated and torn apart, the reason that we have such a hard time finding the right relationship is because the ordinary just won't do. In order to cut through the history and the pain and the past, it's going to take a love that is greater and deeper and more fierce, a different type of love.
Yeah.
My point today is that sometimes there needs to be something that can only be met with something extraordinary.
That's right.
Something uncommon, something exceptional, something different. And I believe that the crucifixion of Jesus Christ is our greatest example of a time when the ordinary just would not do.
Yeah.
Listen, Jesus was not the first blood sacrifice. He was just a different caliber of blood sacrifice. Because before Jesus, people made sacrifices all the time of sheep and oxen and cattle and goats. The blood of these animals was used as an atonement of sins for the people. When they had sinned, they would bring these animals to the temple, and the animals would be sacrificed, and the blood would be spilled in penitence for the wrong that they had done. People ritually and routinely brought animals to the temple for blood sacrifices. So Jesus wasn't the original blood sacrifice, but he was the only blood sacrifice of that level of power because he had a different type of blood. So I asked the Lord, why did Jesus have to come? Why was it necessary for it to be the Son of God in order to redeem us with blood? Why did it have to be a different type of blood? And here's what the Lord answered. He said it had to be a different type of blood because you, my child, needed more than certain things cleansed.
Amen.
Remember verse 13 said that animal sacrifices were effective in cleaning up certain manners of our religion and behavior. Other translations said that it made the flesh clean. It was a symbol of ritual cleanliness. It made the body clean. In other words, the blood of animals could work on my surface.
Right.
The blood of animals helped them to meet the minimum requirements of the law. It would help with the stuff that was going on in my body. But I needed a different type of blood because I needed more than just certain things cleansed. I needed more than just symbolic and ritual purification. I needed more than my body clean. So I needed a different type of blood. I know it's Easter today, but I still have to be honest about where I come from. And the reality of my past is that I come not from a position of ordinary sin. So I couldn't be cleansed with ordinary blood. If I only had certain things, if I only had the surface things, then ordinary blood would have been okay. But can I tell you that if the only blood that had been shed for me was goat's blood, if the only blood that had been shed for me was ox blood, then I would be sure enough on my way to hell. But I'm so glad that I serve a God that recognized that I needed a blood that was capable of washing extraordinary sin. I'm glad that I serve a God that understands that what's wrong with me is more than what's on my surface. He knows that my sin, I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about me. He knows that my sin requires a little bit more than just a ritual. So I needed a blood that could handle more than the ordinary. I know everybody in here is saved on Easter, so maybe you just had the certain things. A little white lie here or a little bad thought there, but that's not the truth of my sin. My sin has been great. My sin has been abundant. My my sin has been plentiful. It's been varied and it's been intense. Now, it wasn't just the certain stuff for me. It was all the stuff on the next level and the next level of sin. It was the sin that caused God shame. It was the sin that I repeated over and over. It was the sin that my mama was embarrassed to even pray for me about. I had more sin than certain things that needed to be cleansed. I had some serious sin. Do you mind talking to your neighbor this morning and tell him, I know you thought you did some bad stuff, but I got some serious sin. Now I need the real OGs in the house to look at somebody on the other side and say, I know you thought you had some bad stuff, but I had some serious sin. I had some sin that I still can't talk about. I had some sin that means I could never run for office. And I've got some sin that I have nightmares about my own self. I'm sorry I can't act like no play in here with y'all today, because I've had some serious sin. So I needed a different type of blood. Isn't anybody in the house other than me that ever had a time in your life when you went all the way in? Isn't anybody in here besides me that has about 3 to 5 years of your life that you would like to erase from your history? That's the folks I'm preaching to on Easter. I'm talking to some folks that needed a different type of blood because you were a different type of sinner. Let me be clear this morning. I'm not bragging about how bad I was. I'm bragging about how good the blood is. Because even though I was a dreadful sinner, he came through as a spectacular Savior. So when I think about that old hymn, Daddy, it means something different to me. Because this is how we sing it. What can wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. But when I sing it, I gotta sing it a little different. I put an emphasis on a different point, because it wasn't the fact that the blood could wash. It was the fact that the blood could wash me. Because I had some stuff that some ordinary blood would have never been able to wash. So when I sing it, I say, what can wash away my sin? What can wash away my sin? What can wash away my sin? Somebody say nothing but the blood. What can wash away my sin? What can wash away my transgressions? What can wash away my sickness? Somebody say nothing but the blood. Because my sin was despicable. My sin was reprehensible. Am I preaching to anybody in here? My sin was dreadful. My sin was contemptible. My sin was disgraceful. My sin was terrible. If I got 1 or 2 co-signers in the house today, I dare you to open up your mouth and say, my sin. Now y'all are faking in here today like y'all are saved. If I got anybody in here that needs some extraordinary blood to wash away some extraordinary sin, then I need you to throw your head back and holler, my sin. I needed a blood that could handle my sin. I needed a blood that could handle my transgression. I needed a blood that could handle my filthiness. Somebody open up your mouth and say, God, I thank you for extraordinary blood, for my extraordinary sin. God, I thank you for some savage blood that could handle my savage sin. God, I thank you for a beast of blood that could handle my beast of sin. Somebody open up your mouth and say a different kind of blood. I needed a different kind of blood. Because I needed, just me. I needed more than certain things cleansed. Sadly, I needed a different kind of blood, because no matter what I did, Drea, I could not free myself. Verse 15 says, through the Spirit, Christ offered himself as an unblemished sacrifice, freeing us from all of our dead-end efforts to make ourselves respectable so that we could live all out for God. I don't know about you in the house this morning, but there have been so many times that I tried to free myself from sin. But no matter what I did, I just could not shake loose. It was a dead end effort. I couldn't get anywhere, you see, because all of my sin, Tasha, didn't stop at my flesh. Some of my sin was all the way in my spirit. I needed something that could penetrate. I needed something that could infiltrate. I needed something that could breach the boundaries of my flesh and get into my innermost being and then set me free. That's why I needed a different type of blood. I needed a blood that could break the shackles of sin that held me, that I was not powerful enough to break. Because even though God forgave me, it still held me. Even though God covered me, it still held me. Even though I tried to break free time and time again, every time it grabbed me and it held on to me. So I needed a blood that not only could cleanse me and not only could cover me, but had the ability to set a captive free. And I preach like it's Easter in this house. A sheep couldn't free me. A cow couldn't free me. A dog couldn't free me. I needed a blood that could break soul ties. I needed a blood that could break mental shackles. I needed a blood that could bust through the deadbolt on my soul. Because without the blood, I never would have been able to set myself free. Is it anybody wearing an Easter outfit in here today that'll admit that you've ever had some sin that held you real tight for a long time? I'm sorry, this thing is getting all over me. Is it anybody that just finished fasting that will testify that sin has ever had a padlock on your mind? I need somebody to help me to proclaim this morning that knows something about a sin that has a combination lock on your heart. I need to hear from some folks that have been captive and needed a different type of blood. Yeah, if you're not putting on the front this morning, will you preach to your neighbor for the second time and say, neighbor, I have had some stuff that had a real hold on me. Now I need you to look at somebody else and be real since its resurrection and say, I know I look good this morning, but I struggle with some stuff that had a hold on me. I had to wrestle with some stuff that had a hold on me. And no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't shake myself loose. Is there anybody's testimony that'll say I had some stuff and I still love Jesus? I had some stuff and I still wanted to live holy. But no matter what I did, no matter how much I prayed, no matter how much I struggled, I still couldn't set myself free. That's why I needed a different type of blood. I like what Tasha Cobbs Leonard says. She said there's power in the name of Jesus to break every chain. But can I say it based on my testimony? There's power in the blood of Jesus to break every chain. To break every chain. To break every chain. I need somebody that's in the house today that's ever been captive by anything to lift up your Holy Ghost hand and say there's power in the blood of Jesus to break every chain. Now when you high five your neighbor and say it broke my chain, the blood set me free because I had sown a seed and I still couldn't get free. I had fasted and prayed, but I still couldn't get free. The preacher laid his hands on me and I still couldn't get free. Oh, but when I put the blood on it, I experienced a liberty that nothing else could give me. When I put the blood on it, I got free from some stuff that nobody could set me free. Somebody open up your mouth and say the blood is the key. The blood is the key. with you. I need you to just put your hand on somebody's shoulder and say, same blood. Come on, say same blood. Come on, say same blood. The same blood on Calvary. The same blood that ran down from the 6th to the 9th hour. Quick, preacher. The same blood that came through. The same blood that Mary beheld. The same blood that John beheld. The same blood between the two things. It's the same blood that's going to keep your family. It's the same blood that's going to bless your business. It's the same blood that's going to heal your body. So don't you worry about what's going on. Have you heard about the blood? Have you heard about the blood? Have you heard about the blood? Because when I was singing, deep in sin, far from a peaceful shore, very deeply stained within, sinking to rise no more. All but the master of the sea heard my despairing cry, and from the waters he lifted me. Now safe am I. Somebody say, Lord, lifted me. And I say, blood lifted me. Blood lifted me. When nothing else could help, it was the blood that lifted me. Do I have any real folks in here that'll say, I know it was the blood? I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood. I was about to take my life. I was about to leave my family. I was about to quit my job. I was about to take another hit. But I know it was the blood. A different kind of blood that saved me. We can ready to go, but I need somebody just to tell God thank you for the blood. Come on, somebody tell God thank you for the blood. If you had extraordinary sin, if you had dreadful sin, can I just preach ratchet like I am? If you had nasty sin, if you had gutter sin, we ought to be the first ones to lift up our filthy hands and say, God, I thank you for the blood. God, I thank you for the blood. When nothing else could help me, when nothing else could help me, when nothing else could keep me, when nothing else could fix me, when nothing else could change me, God, I thank you for the blood. A different type of blood for a different type of sinner.
That's right.
I had to have a different type of blood
Yeah.
for a different type of struggle.
Have mercy.
I had to have a different type of blood
Yes.
for a different type of turmoil.
That's right. That's right, Jesus.
I'm so glad
So glad.
that God in his wisdom
Thank you, God.
understood that I never would have made it
Yeah. That's right.
with just ordinary blood.
That's right.
Lord, have mercy.
So don't come to me talking about Jesus isn't real, because I know it was the blood.
Yeah.
I know that if it hadn't been for the blood, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Come on.
You don't know my story,
Jesus.
all the things that I've been through. I dare you to look at your neighbor and say, you can't feel my pain.
You can't feel my pain.
And what I had to go through just to get here.
That's right. That's
So when I thank God for the blood, don't try to figure it out.
Well,
Because the blood did something in me that nothing else could have ever done.
come on, come on.
It took something different for me. Maybe not y'all, but it took something different for me.
That's right. That's right.
I'm hard to mold. I'm hard to change. Is that anybody besides me? I'm hard to quit. I'm hard to shift. It took something different.
That's right.
But if you're in this house today, you're in this house today, The blood
Blood.
still works.
That's
Still
good.
works.
Still works.
Lord have
No
mercy.
matter what you're going through,
Yes. Say it. Say
no
it.
matter what you're struggling with, if that blood could save me tonight,
Lord have
Come on.
mercy. Say it. Say it.
if that blood could make me better,
Yes.
it could change anybody.
Yes. Amen.
Same blood. Same blood.
Thank you.
And can I tell you a truth y'all might not want to hear? That blood has to wash me over and over again now.
That's right. That's right.
I have to keep going back
Yes. Well,
and keep going back.
Yes.
But guess what, Glenn? Every time I go back,
every time I go back,
it still works.
Still works.
It washes me over again.
Woo.
It washes me over again.
Yes.
The doors of the church are open. If there's somebody here